So I just recorded a video that I really thought was important. And I keep having, the trash is here, forgot to put it out. I keep having interferences in trying to do this. It's just unreal, the disruptions. I have this guy that was helping me. Maybe I feel like I figured it out. Well, let me finish my thought and then we'll go back to that. Like, I keep having problems with this microphone. Like, it will say that it's connected and it'll have, like, it will say, you know, it's connected to this external thing and it'll show up on my screen that it's connected. But maybe I'm not supposed to be worrying about lugging that thing around with me. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's supposed to get me so frustrated with this junk that doesn't freaking work that I just stop dealing with it and just do phone, minimal editing. Forget it. It's so ridiculous. I don't want to be spending my life worrying about this junk that doesn't work. I need to stop going off about that. That's not how I want to spend my day. I think I got that fly though. I got that fly this morning. I'm probably going to have to re-record this because I think this is going to come out sounding angry, but I'm just frustrated that I have to say it again. I think I've decided. Maybe it's my uncertainty that's causing these problems. It's like, if you're going, maybe the universe is telling me, if you're going to do this, you need to be sure that this is what you want to do. Maybe that's what it is. I need to make sure, I need to be sure in myself that I'm strong enough to do this before the universe will support me in it so that I don't self-destruct. I don't know. So I guess officially I'm not sure, and that's what part of the problem is. But I'm thinking about the fact that I've been gifted a year of freedom. I've been gifted a year of freedom from working and from worrying and dealing with anything I don't want to deal with, basically. And so I feel compelled to use that as wisely as possible. I want to take advantage of that, full advantage of that, because I feel like it's a gift of a lifetime for somebody like me who has never had real financial security. Not financial not financial freedom. But I'm thinking maybe what I would like to do with it is make it my job to grow as a person. To grow into the person that I want to be at the end of this year. And I think there could be a lot of value in documenting that. I mean, there have been shows and whatnot about, like, following people through therapy, and I in no way am discouraging anyone from going to therapy. I've been in and out of therapy for a long time, for a couple decades now, and there was a lot of value that I got out of that. And I actually have a bachelor's degree in psychology. But at this point in my life, I would like further healing outside the context of therapy. Like, in some ways, it would be kind of remiss to in some ways, it would be naive to not acknowledge the fact that therapy exists in our society as a means of helping people exist more easily within our society. And I don't want that anymore. I'm no longer interested in fitting into our current society because I would like to be in a new society. And I want to grow into that space that I want to be able to exist in. And I feel too small to exist in that space. Like, I feel like an infant who needs to grow into adult shoes to be able to walk into a new life. I think that might be where a lot of us are at, actually. We're ready to, like, I've been in a couple of toxic relationships, like narcissistic style relationships, and you don't get it until you get it, like, you don't get that the only way to end that cycle is not to fight it, but to set it down and walk away from it. Just like the only way to get out of this capitalist oppression, like all the junk that we're in right now, we have to set it down and walk away from it. Fighting it and is just engaging in it. Fighting it is us continuing to play our part as the person getting stepped on. That's us assuming our role as the victim in that situation. And the only way out of that is to stop playing that game. I forget how this tied back to what I was saying. I lost that. I don't know what the hell. I think it had something to do with, I think a lot of people are in this spiritual awakening phase where they're trying to navigate that space between worlds, where they have an idea of what's out there, what's possible. And there's so much unknown about it. It's like, we can see it, but how do we get there? And I think a key to understanding how we get there is acknowledging that we can't get there as we exist now. We're the infant right now. And we need to grow into the shoes that are required to walk into that new world. Thinking about documenting my spirituality is very intimidating to me. I don't like feeling like I don't know things or understand things. I definitely have insecurities around feeling stupid. Like, that's my biggest insecurity, because I could not read as a child because I was dyslexic. Nobody helped me. It took me forever to learn how to read. And I went on to graduate my bachelor's program, summa cum laude, and I still have that insecurity. I don't know why I'm going off about that. It's kind of funny, actually. I just got this visual of my situation, and I'm this really big spirit it's like the elephant that's afraid of the mouse. I feel like I'm trying to, like, I'm not sure, like, I want to go through this doorway, but there's like this tiny little obstacle in my way, and it's like scary to me. Like, that's my fear. Whatever it is, it represents my fear. I'm so much bigger than my fear. But I'm focused on that one little mouse in the doorway. I have no idea what this is going to end up looking like. I think that regardless of what I decide to do with this channel, or even if I decide not to continue it, I think I am going to do that with my year of freedom. I'm going to use it to find out who I can become as a free person. I'm thinking I might document that journey so that anybody who wants to come with me can. But I don't need anybody to come with me. I'm okay with the isolation of that. As a really introverted person, and a person who's lived through a lot of trauma, and a person who is autistic, I have spent most of my life, in a sense, in a state of isolation, and some of it definitely by choice. So it's actually my comfort zone. And inviting anybody to do this with me or to watch me do this is way outside of my comfort zone. That makes me wonder if this is like a big deal to me, but it wouldn't be scary for anybody else. They just think like, why are you even filming this? Like, that's really what's happening in my head right now. And I'm like, why would anybody watch this? Like, I know why it's a big deal to me, but it's my journey. Why does anybody give a crap about it? I don't know. And that's so funny. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in like 10 years. But I know everybody around me does. And I also know that they spend their lives watching other people live their lives and not living their own lives. I don't understand that one bit. I do have a collection of creators on YouTube that I watch, but none of them are like watch me live my life kind of creators. They're specific. Like, they have a niche. I don't. I tried. I tried and then I failed, and then I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll open it up a little bit with the cooking, and I'll just go a different way from the way that it's worked before, you know, and I'll just do all kinds of food stuff, and I don't care what anybody else likes because it's gonna make me happy. But the universe stepped in and was like, yeah, that'll make you happy, but like, you're settling. That just came out. I hadn't thought that before. Hadn't even considered that I would be settling for that, because it's something that makes me so happy, cooking. Wow. Yeah, I do know that I think the part of me that's connected to the oneness knows how great I am. Great as in a vast sense. and confining myself down to this channel of food is settling for me, since I can feel it, since I can feel that oneness, since I can feel the greatness inside of me that we're all connected to. That, I guess, that is settling. Maybe I'll just invite you to just record my day and share whatever has value. And if that happens to be a conversation while I'm cooking, while I'm eating, anything I want to share, I'll just throw it in there and trust that it's going to find the people it's meant to find. I recorded that thank you to MJ a couple days ago. When I recorded that, I hadn't completely shifted away from the cooking yet, and doing that, expressing my gratitude toward her, was the next step in shifting me completely away. Because when I rewatched that video, like trying to edit that, that's when it clicked. Like that's when it fully clicked, and it alleviated a lot of confusion for me. Because I had like this weird thing happening, there was like these parallel lives. One of them was like all this failed cooking stuff, and then the other one at the time I just saw as me rambling in some monologue that nobody was ever going to want to hear or listen to, like me venting about stuff, me practicing being on camera, me being confused, me understanding that they were somehow connected, but not understanding how they were connected. And I see it now. I see that just like having the aspiration of opening a nursery helped get me out of my job. Like that wasn't meant to be my path, apparently. Apparently, that wasn't meant to be my path, but it was meant to be on my path to help me get where I was going. And the next step to that was me following my passion, which is cooking. And the cooking, and then me expressing gratitude, and it shifted me, that led me away from that and towards this. And what's really, I think, sort of interesting here, to me anyway, is that when I started this idea of, like, when I started having this idea that I would start my YouTube channel now rather than 4 years from now or whenever, I was trying to think of names, and one of the first names that I thought, that I might want, it was actually inspired by her, by MJ. I wanted to name the channel Her Evolution, but the more I leaned into cooking, like the more I thought about cooking, I'm like, that, I don't know if that makes sense. And I came up with Lean Into Luxury, and I really liked that name for the channel that I had, like the concept of the channel that I had in mind. But now, after having made that video for her and having been redirected on my path, I'm going back towards that name. Her daily messages don't always resonate with me. I have no interest in romantic relationships at this time in my life, because I have, my focus is elsewhere. So a lot of that doesn't resonate with me. And I don't resonate at all with any twin flame stuff, but a lot of her stuff that's for like the larger collective, I do resonate with, and I appreciate so much that she is. We have to be really careful what we say here on YouTube. But she seems to be one of the few people that I have collected as my YouTube people who isn't afraid to say things and isn't afraid to call out the monster and be like, hey, things aren't okay. And a lot of other creators that I watch, that I enjoy watching, I have watched them over the last year say nothing. They say nothing. They say nothing. And the silence speaks so loudly. It speaks so loudly. I think I'm trying not to judge those creators too harshly, because I still watch them and I still love them. I still love their content. But it's kind of a reflection of how our society really is stuck in this lack mindset. Because why else? Why else would we not speak out, speak our truth? Call out the truth as we see it. If you weren't afraid to be rejected on this platform or demonetized, and that fear is definitely a lack mindset. Like I'm having to filter things that I say. I'm trying to be very careful of my word choice because I haven't even bothered reading the platform rules. I haven't yet. But to be fair, I haven't posted, like, I don't think I posted anything that could, who knows. It's kind of baffling how MJ, a stranger to me, came into my life through my phone a few years ago, has come and gone, in and out of the frame. And then one day, her coming into my life ended up serving as a catalyst for great change in my life. What I'm saying isn't really about her or me, actually. It speaks more to the connectedness of everything, the oneness. I don't even know how to end this. I don't know how to end this video. This is going to be an abrupt ending because I don't know what else to say.